Hello everybody, this is ChristaMaster4 here, and welcome back to Let's Play DanganRonpa. In the last episode, we started the trial. In this episode, we're continuing the trial. If you want to figure out what the information we got was during the trial, you should watch the last episode, because the trial stuff is kind of important. Here's a card to lead you there, so that, you know, in case you missed it, here you go. I'm going to try to work with this because YouTube is fun at not having annotations exist anymore because, you know, what's the point in having annotations for convenience sake? No, we only need to use end cards that only work for 20 seconds and have 5 links which you can only use and nothing else. And nothing else can be in the video prior to that. So anyway, on to what Kyoko has to say.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
So you're just flat out saying you didn't do it?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Okay.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap? We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Yeah, only now.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh?
What?
She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
I don't think so.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be...
Oops.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Wait, really?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
Oh no, she's talking about the tarp, isn't
All
it?
it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Yeah, the tarp. That literally just came to mind after she said it couldn't have happened then.
I got
Like, maybe, but...
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would she say that, though? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I can't think about that right now. I gotta make her think like looking like the killer. Wait a second. It's a trap. If it was used the way Kyoko said... Sorry, tarp. Then it must have touched the body, right? Probably in the upper half. But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Maybe it was removed?
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. Unless it was removed, then I don't know how that could work. Because she didn't actually see the body get, like, before it was killed, before it was destroyed. Yeah, the body before the explosion. That's what I would need.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty!
See, logically that makes sense. But
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side...
that, yeah, I was about to say that. I clicked that after realizing, yeah, no, that's not... That has nothing to do with it.
By covering the body, the killer prevented...
So the reason that... It's because the sprinkler... But the underside of the tarp... It was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Wait, maybe they're protected from the water?
By covering the body with the tarp,
Wait a
the
second.
killer
Didn't
prevented
get
it from
dirty.
getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of
Wait.
the tarp... It was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body,
Let me think about this, actually.
of course it didn't get dirty.
Or not. I could just get it by accident. What? The body had something on it before it exploded, right?
Actually, one side...
Yeah,
being
right,
thin is
because the
pretty
blood.
strange
Duh.
if you think about it.
Okay, never mind. I'm dumb.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides.
Yeah.
Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
You really think? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Then what would it belong to?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right there in the garden. Which must mean... The chicken! They killed the chicken!
I got it!
No! They killed the chicken!
Chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
You think?
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Yeah. They just moved there after the fact.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
It was moved.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, this is true.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles
Don't worry about it, Hina. It's all
Here's
good.
what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Oh.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Oh, what?
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yep.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point
Yes.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Wait,
on? And he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Kyoko, what are you doing?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Wow. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to trap me? I don't understand. Okay. So I guess that's the truth.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No!
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No!
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Mm-hmm.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Yeah, so how could it have appeared next to the body? That's came to mind too.
What about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
That's when Toko gave it to Makoto. Oh, but we need to let them know that the knife was gone in our room. Like when we woke up, the knife was gone. Because I know exactly what they're gonna do. Yeah, because we were supposed to hang on to it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
We didn't hide it.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
It was stolen. Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Especially since we were there the whole time, so there's no possible way Makoto was the killer. This guy's dead body, fragments of his body, explode dead body analysis body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
There's way more.
Just because I had the knife once that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Probably.
No, that's wrong.
Because if we're going by the events of the disguised dead body, then the knife would have been plunged in after the murder.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
Yeah, we did.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and
Nope.
once to cover it up.
Monokuma file. Monokuma file. Dude, did you not read the autopsy report?
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Idiot.
And the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Yup.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Of course.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Wow.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Shut up.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
At least she's honest.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
I mean, she is more of a bronze over brains kind of person. Or bronze and brains, half and half, I guess. I can only think of this.
I got it!
The bomb?
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Newsflash, you have!
Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yes. Well, when you guys did it, and I saw.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that
It's Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I would assume not. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Yeah, we got music to back us all up. We're probably not gonna need any of the truth bullets because it's probably gonna be the testimony.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Alright, let's see what we got.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I'm gonna take this just in case.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Wait a second.
Shoot!
Hit on the back of her head? Wait.
Then shall we
Go
continue
on.
the victim's fate?
There was evidence that...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Whoops. Countless wounds.
That
Oh, maybe the countless wounds were the fatal
Well,
injury.
yeah.
wounds across her entire body.
Maybe that's the thing I need to press against.
Then shall we continue
The debate?
the victim's fatal injury
has yet to be determined.
No. I'm gonna go to the end of the testimony
victim's
again.
fatal injury
Oh,
has yet to be determined,
well, I guess I'm
correct?
gonna go to the end of this testimony anyway. Woo! Maybe she wasn't actually dead? I highly...
Then shall we continue
It has
the
to be
debate?
between the first and the last two
The victim's
words.
fatal injury has yet
Or
to
the
be
first word and
determined.
the last two words.
Then shall we continue
Continue the debate?
the victim's fatal
Fatal injury has yet to
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Yeah, they've been there for a while.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The
The
Monokuma
axe?
file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Stop.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same
Hey!
page this time.
Wow. Hate buddies.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon. The duct tape? The arrows?
I got it!
Okay. I can see.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, but there's one more thing about that weapon. The duct tape. Gotta have that duct tape ready.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Uh-huh.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, It said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Yeah.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Duct tape.
No, that's wrong.
It wouldn't just be an arrow, it'd be a bunch of arrows clumped up together with duct tape and bashed over the back of the head.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
I wouldn't call it that.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
Ha!
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker...
Kyoko. You're gonna blame her.
Kyoko.
Because she had the
Never
key.
been to the dojo.
What?
Oh no, you absolutely
You definitely
You say
were.
that with such confidence.
Because the key was in your room.
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
The crew.
What's the matter?
You don't want to incriminate her?
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
She either went to the dojo, or someone gave her the key. Of course you have evidence! You really don't recognize the fact that you have the key?
I got it!
So either it was given to her,
The one thing that
and she
proves
hid it
Kyoko
away,
was in the dojo
or she
is
actually went there and lied to us.
right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Okay.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
From what? Mukuro? She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Maybe? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
You should really...
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? You should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Evidence? I don't think she killed someone for him. Like, she probably... When the body was found... I don't think that's it.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
There's a lot of dialogue
Hide
here.
something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay. I got it.
Shoot!
Oh, I got
Those
too
words you just
overzealous.
spoke.
Exactly.
I'm not the killer.
You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct?
Okay.
But could I really have done that?
Maybe it was planted in
Those
there.
words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from me.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
Maybe it was planted there.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able
Oh,
to...
right, yeah, because... Right, I forgot about that whole part where Kyoko's room key was taken, so she couldn't even get into her room. Right, I forgot about that.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I had a hunch that it would be like there's proof, like it feels like it should go there, but I couldn't remember why, and now I did.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
You're saying that a lot,
Then
actually.
you're finally starting to understand.
Huh. That's not actually true. Wait. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? But wait a second. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer, or is it something else? There's something deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier. Yeah, she did say that. Although it wasn't... It was more, within the spinny flashback. Then why... Yeah, but then why are you lying? What if that's not really true? Makoto, do the right thing! The mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do above the sounds of great things happening outside? I'm the only one who could expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Yeah, the trap. Uh-huh. Am I wrong? She says that a lot. So I have a feeling that whenever she says that, she's telling the truth. Run away? Really? Wait a second, this is a Phoenix Wright choice. No, we need to pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
She's definitely lying. It must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Is this a argument? Okay. So what do we need to make the argument for? Her account?
I didn't have the key to my room.
Okay.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, right?
There's no doubt about that.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
You have something that opens everything! Oh, that just came to mind! You said you have a key that opens literally every room
No.
that Monokuma has.
Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
She did. Yeah, you use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock. When could you have gotten that, though?
Secret tool? Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it.
Huh.
So that's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Nope.
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
What?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
No, it's not.
That's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late. So the trial started late and time ran out.
What?
So then, it's time for...
Oh,
time,
that's the
okay?
revenge
Everyone,
plot.
please vote using the lever in
But we
front
haven't
of
figured
you.
out who the
But
murderer
I guess
is.
We already know who the blackened is, don't we?
It's not Kyoko, is it? It's not. We don't know who the murderer is. Really? Really? Did she really? Good job, you got it. What? You were really the murderer? Oh, gee, that's what was in my head too. Because it was a toss-up between her and Toko. Wow. Wow, Kyoko. Brilliantly right! Wow. She's the murderer. Wow. Does that mean Kyoko's really the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
No. There's revenge here. He wants to murder her for... What if she didn't actually... Hang on. Is everyone ready? Okay, then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
You're serious, aren't you? And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What? Peace, but only inside the school. Wait a second, so... Is this an alternate ending? Wait, what? Wait, oh my god, I just realized all the guys... Oh no! No, she has sex with everyone? No! That's an alternate ending, isn't it? That has to be! Peace, but only for us. Because where's Toko? And Hina... Oh my god. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Yeah, it isn't! Fuck you, game! Okay, it was an alternate ending. Cool. So I got it wrong.
Why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Fuck you, game! You made me legitimately think I got, like, the bad ending. Wow! So wait. So did she actually do the killing? If that was the bad ending and we're still here, then... What? Then what happened? Does that mean that if we get this wrong that we're all gonna die? We'll expose Kyoko's lie. So that was just... Wow! Fuck you, game! That was literally a Phoenix Wright moment. I can't run away, though. If we expose the lie, we lose. But... we just hold it in? Oh my god. Fate decides. I guess. You know what? Let's see what happens if we run away, because I don't think that if we let it go, then... You know what? Fuck it. Just fucking run away. It's not gonna solve anything. Okay. Okay. Because pursuing the lie didn't go well, so let's let it go. Let's just forget that it was ever mentioned. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. But she did! There has to be some secret, something that's to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
There has to be.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Yeah,
Mukuro,
Monokuma's keeping
who
his...
we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
Oh, God.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
But we still haven't decided who the murderer was. Okay, I guess we won. Fuck you, game. You made me legitimately think, oh my god. So that was an alternate timeline then. You could have legitimately fucked up, gotten Kyoko killed, but then what's the other choice? If her getting killed is the bad ending, then isn't she the murderer? But then who else would have... But let's just see what this goes to.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We still haven't voted! I guess the murderer... is Makoto? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always, just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills! Chills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment! Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
So Makoto's gonna die. That Makoto's gonna die? Cool! Thanks, game! Woo! Main protagonist is gonna die! Awesome! Thank you, game. I appreciate it.
What?
Alter Ego saved me. Oh my god. alter ego saved me. But how? How did he hack the... What? What's this? What's going on? What's that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it, all the hell! I don't believe this!
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, it's even better special punishment. You sure about that? But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Are you sure about that? Is he gone? Kyoko, what's the meaning of this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.